reach for the salsa. I see. That's why you reach for the salsa.
You might not have a smart
Salsa.
You know what? You're just gonna have to work
Maybe a short one. Chad is hungover.
No, I'm fine.
Chad is throwing up right now.
Yeah, there's no point in being drunk if you're throwing up.
Hey, as I know all too well.
I spent all that time consuming it, now I'm just gonna throw it back out. Yeah. No, Earl is not a friend. With this fucking
I remember this at that time, though, man. When you give it up, you feel so much better.
Yeah.
You just I feel so much better.
Oh, got rid of this. I mean, that and taking a shit. Like, you take a great shit, it's like, wow, that feels great. I got rid of all that stuff. We call it dropping off the kids.
I never heard that.
You never heard that?
You told me that.
Oh, I told you.
You told me that like several podcasts ago, and I thought that was hilarious. I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Dropping off the kids.
Dre uses it
So
all the
been?
time.
I was dropping off the kids.
Yeah. I had to go drop the kids off. So in a normal conversation, people would, nothing.
Right, is it? Yeah.
But we know he went to take a
He
shit.
went to take a shit.
Good afternoon, brother.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself, brother?
Not too bad.
Yeah?
A little
A little on
hungover.
the struggle bus?
A little on a struggle bus.
Little?
Partied a little bit
Yeah.
last night. Been partying a bit. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah. It's been fun.
Okay.
Summer's not over yet. We're not done yet.
No, I got 3 weeks.
We're not done
be official.
yet.
Although you wouldn't know from the weather outside. It's getting a little chilly.
Well, this is the weather I like, though.
I do like this weather, yes.
I do like the cool, rainy.
I don't know about the rainy. I can do it at the rainy.
I
But
like
the cool, yes.
Yeah. We said this before. I like the rain only because I have nothing to do. You know, not when I have to do shit.
When you got shit
when
to
you have
do.
shit to do, it's not fun. I mean, that's never fun. Being in the rain, but no, as you saw the spray, it was a fucking mosquito down here when I was editing last week.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I look like a fucking. I don't know. I was bitten from head to toe.
Really?
It tore me up, and
Okay.
I literally had to like take a Benadryl and just fucking.
Wow, that bad?
You know what? Well, I'll scratch myself to death. Like I will scratch myself till I'm raw. Like for me,
Really?
I love scratching, and then it just becomes so raw that it's like, oh fuck.
I haven't had mosquito bites like that in a long, long time. I'm usually, I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the time when I was in the Marine Corps and you had to, regardless of what happens, look, you still got to stand still.
Right.
Nobody gives a shit.
Right.
You can have like 1,000 bugs on you or whatever. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But just usually like a bug will bite me and I'll feel it and I say, oh, I got a mosquito bite. Scratch. And then, it just never bothers me.
It never. That's they don't bother me, but it's like you could have a conversation with somebody and be like,
Yeah.
My legs were just fucking
Ate you up, huh?
Yeah, my. They just love me. I mean,
So you had to go on a recon for these mosquitoes then.
yeah. I mean, I went and bought a big fucking bottle of spray and just tore this
tore
room.
it up.
Yeah,
Just poison everything in there.
motherfucker.
Whatever's in here, if it's breathing, you're gonna die.
Yeah, and I had a bowl of cereal and realized it too late. Fuck! Did it get in there? Fuck it. I did eat some of it. Even after I
Did you
sprayed.
really?
Yeah, I didn't get any in it. I'm sure I didn't. But
We'll see now.
yeah, we'll find out now.
We'll see now.
Or maybe the bugs will leave me the fuck
When
alone.
that third ball starts growing.
Oh shit.
So what the fuck? I had that damn mosquito spray.
Yeah. But it's all good and fun in the hood. What's up with you, man? How you been?
Everything's
What's your
good,
week?
man. My week was good. My week ended up nice. We had at work we had something called staff day.
Staff day.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's for the staff.
Yeah, it's for the staff. It's like at the UN, like it's right before the General Assembly when all the diplomats come in to address the United Nations, and everybody has to work a little bit harder and longer and stuff. And some people are on blackout and stuff. Like they can't take time off.
Oh, okay.
Around that time.
That's what that means. Blackout means
blackout.
No
Blackout
vacation.
days. Yeah,
no
you
personal days.
Can't take personal days and stuff like that. So like usually the day before, or a couple days before, or the weekend before, I should say, they have something that's called a staff day, which they have. It's like a big picnic. games, like a little
Yeah.
big, like a big old picnic, and I played flag football in the morning. It was great. Had a lot of fun. Sore all day. Still sore now. And so people get teams together, play soccer, play, volleyball, run relay races.
Fun
They
stuff.
have a tug of peace
Ah,
as opposed to a tug of war,
you know what?
which I don't.
Why didn't that ever? Really like that? That
Yes.
has never happened. No, I'm saying that's a smart way to call it. A tug of
Yeah, but
peace.
then it totally like a tug of peace means no. You go.
That's
ahead.
a hug.
Right, a tug of peace, like if you and I are like pulling against each other, well, that's a tug of war. A tug of peace is like, no, you go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead.
guess they just don't wanna use
I
the
don't
word
need that.
war.
I guess they don't want to use the word
Right.
war.
Right, which is understandable.
It's understandable, but then why are you playing?
Right.
You know.
Why do this?
Right. That's the whole.
Why do this?
the whole
if we're,
thing,
We're
you know.
trying to be in battle here and show. That's cool. That's fun.
Yeah, it is, and it was a lot of fun, and it pretty much was a free work day. Nobody was working.
But whenever you
everybody's
get
out there.
employees to buy into something extracurricular outside of the normal day of work,
Yeah.
it's really fun. You get everybody geared up and
Everybody geared up. People look like they loosen up a little bit, and you get to see different sides of people.
You wear shorts.
Exactly.
Like, I've never seen you in shorts. You're human. Yes,
Oh,
motherfucker.
man, yes, I'm human. Exactly.
That's
But that was a lot of fun.
I had a sweltering week in Manhattan.
It was hot.
Soupy as fuck.
It was, yes.
And I was on appointments all week, so I'm in a suit, and god awful, running from meeting to meeting to meetings, when my boss comes in town, he's like, dude, I want as many meetings, pack them in,
Okay.
like, we're gonna see everybody, okay, trailing behind. Oh, this guy we got at 12:30, and then he's moved it to 10, and managing
Yeah.
calendar and fucking. I'm like, this shit is for the birds. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah, and the midweek the weather wasn't.
it
was sweltering hot.
And we get to a meeting. Now, one person canceled the meeting. We had 4:00. They at 3:47 they canceled it. Right now we walked 10 blocks, 10 Manhattan blocks, people, 10 blocks to this meeting. I was not walking in 98 plus 100% humidity and checking my phone.
Right.
So by the time we got to the place, we had to, dry up. Which
Right.
a bag full of towels.
Get yourself.
We get in
a
the
little
lobby.
presentable.
We're like,
Right.
we cool? You ready? Let's go in.
Meeting's
Going.
canceled.
Yeah. and then I would sit there. So I just went to the receptionist and was like, "Yo, we're here for a 4:00 meeting," and it was like, "I don't see you." Nope, don't have it. Looks like it was something here, but it was canceled. Did you get the cancellation? No. Go back in your little fucking computer and look again. He's, no, and he gets on the radio. He's like, anyone got eyes on Karen? We're gonna get someone else to take the meeting for you since you came all this way. Now she's texting my main office or calling the young lady receptionist at my office, and she's texting me like she's pissed that you're at her office and she told you don't come. She's not well. We're being too aggressive. I said, I'm in sales.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no passive salesman. There's no.
Right. So, thank you for the comment. Thank you for that, noticing that we're aggressive. And the spin around was, and that's how aggressive we'll be for you. And the guy we took the meeting with, he was like, in fact, he was the guy that I hung out with at one of our Dirt Day adventures in Georgia. It's coming up in October. It's coming up so fast. Anyway, he took the meeting. It was very informative. I get like 30 fucking emails. Oh, didn't I sent you a meeting? I sent you an email way before that. Yesterday, told you I can't make it. Blah blah blah. So I was like, it's okay. We had the meeting, and she got so bent out of shape for I don't know why. She just got very aggressively like, this is not gonna work. We're not gonna be able to do business. And I was like, we had the meeting. It was great. We had a fantastic meeting. Now you want to untie my shoes?
Right.
Like I tied this whole thing up.
Right.
Now you just want to just pull my lace out. Boop. Anyway, it turned out to be okay. I'll deal with it this week, and I don't know what her. I mean, it's $200 million worth of business, but I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just went quiet. Like, I didn't respond. I didn't respond to any of those antic emails and shenanigan calls.
It's kind of, sometimes it's better to just like let shit like settle. Let it settle down.
Right.
And
She's
then,
obviously upset.
Right.
I get it.
There's no need to be like throwing email, because you can never do that. That never happens in the proper sequence.
Right. Right.
That never, like, so you get an email about something that just happened, but somebody else knows about it, so they go ahead and do something, and you respond to that email, and then they say, okay, well, Dave said this. Okay, well, I just spoke to Dave. So it never happens like in the sequence in which shit happens.
You're right.
So it's kind of better to just like leave shit alone. Let's settle it down. Let's wait a little bit, and then we'll figure this shit out.
Right. There's
Unless there's no blood, then everybody's fine.
Yes, no harm, no foul.
You know.
So that all went well, and that was just my whole week, just running around, like meetings, uptown, downtown. The worst was, hey, can you meet with downtown? Well, fuck, I just left that. I'm back uptown now. But the one beauty of Manhattan, and even my buddy, one of my director of construction, he's from Australia, but he's here. He lives in L.A. And he was like, I love this fucking city because you could just get around. You can get you can get top to bottom. We went from Harlem to Wall Street.
Okay.
In a half an hour. You know what I'm saying? On the train. So this motherfucker is gonna do this again, and the answer's gonna be no. How is he getting through?
I don't know.
I have it set on no sub. It's fucking amazing, this guy. Yeah. So other than that, it's persistence. Yes, sales. So other than that, that's just been a soupy fucking week.
Yeah. Thank God for Western civilization and air conditioning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we were looking for some new office space, like a bigger space. We're growing, and trying. So these realtor guys are just I don't know how they do it. I mean, they walk around all day showing properties, and I got another building on the street. Oh, this great dive bar downstairs. It's got this and that, blah blah. And they got it down to a fucking science where they really are, And I'm like, dude, these fucking, I can't do this anymore. Like, you get, after you see one, you see them all. It's just square feet.
It's just a matter of square footage and, like, is the bathroom accessible? And
So those are the little things I look for. Like, I was explaining, I was like, this is not going to work. It's one fucking bathroom here. One stall, like one.
Right.
It's a whole floor. It's not.
Right, it's a whole floor of people.
And one fucking bathroom.
One fucking bathroom.
Yeah, and I like commercial bathrooms. Like I want them to have privacy and those things. I don't like the fucking. I like the little personal looking that looks like your home bathroom. I don't like them in the offices.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's weird. It's so fucking weird. It's just a weird feeling,
There's some places that like shouldn't promote comfort. And I think your office bathroom should not promote comfort.
You're right.
Do what you got to do and get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here.
And get your ass back.
Make it as uncomfortable as possible. Right. However, the one comfort thing you need in that place is fucking fresh air. Like
fresh air, right. If air's circulating.
Right. If it's warm and foggy in there, it's terrible.
It is a horrible feeling.
Because, it's a communal place to shit, right? So,
Well, that's a bad feeling.
Right.
When you, like, there are the physical reminders that somebody else just took a shit here.
Yeah.
Like when you sit on a warm toilet. Oh, God. That's just a bad feeling. It's just like somebody's ass was just here like 8 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Didn't have a chance to cool down and get like, that cool thing you want to feel. No, you feel a warm toilet seat. And it's like, oh, God.
Bad. No good. What another? The lingering smell is. It's a fucking bathroom. Like it's supposed to smell.
You should accept that.
But Penn Station bathroom versus your office bath shouldn't smell like Penn Station.
No, nothing should smell like Penn Station.
Man, nothing like a warm fucking bum.
Oh my God!
That just graced the presence.
However, I will challenge Penn Station with the Hempstead Terminal bathroom.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I've taken a shit in Penn Station bathroom.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That must have been.
It was like I almost figured out how to levitate.
You just
don't touch anything. Just. I managed to fucking stay afloat, and
oh man,
it was great.
Thank God that I've never had to take a shit near pens. I don't know what the hell I do. I mean, I guess eventually you go take a shit.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, I don't know, man. You fall on a sword. You just like, fuck it. I just gotta.
It's pretty degrading.
You feel bad. You check your medical plan. You go home, take your antibiotics.
Yeah,
right away.
You need a Z-Pap.
Talk to the wife. Wife wants to get romantic. You're like,
I just took a public shit.
I'm sorry, baby. I can't right now.
Not feeling fresh?
Oh, but yeah, exactly, man. That's a way to never feel fresh.
Yeah, that is pretty bad. But what else? So we partied that Sunday, right?
Yes.
We podcasted in the morning. We had
had the barbecue.
It's fucking crazy.
Event. Yeah.
It was a huge
Seemed
success.
like it. I remember everybody sending emails saying that they need water. Like, nobody thought to bring water.
No. Okay, so there was one SOS that I put out.
Uh-huh.
I said, anyone on their way here now, bring water.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, somebody came through. My man Big Lou, shout out Big Lou, came in. It ain't sweet over here, baby. He had 2 cases of water. I was like, you're a fucking god. And he was like, yo, it's the best thing. You put it out. He says, I don't do social media all the time, but when my man Chado said we need water, we need water. And he
He
came.
have the basics.
Oh man, he can't. So here is a social media thing gone well. It worked.
Yeah.
Hey, we need some fucking water here.
That's what it. Well, that's. I think that's what it was intended for.
To have this.
I think it was intended for like to get dates or something, or just like to go to communicate. But then, like you could do that communally,
live,
and just in real time,
in real time. And it was pretty good. Now the opposite was someone was messaging saying, I'm asking you, is it okay to bring someone else apart? You know. And I'm like,
nobody's paying attention. Right. We're having a party.
Right, I'm fucking kind of at the party. So I would be the dickhead if I was at the party on my phone checking messages.
Which, unfortunately, people do.
I hate it. It's the worst thing. If I see people, I feel like doing the Tyrone. Get off your fucking phone. I'm Tyrone.
Go talk to some goddamn buddy.
Real people.
Get you a drink and talk to real people.
Oh, man. So that was, it didn't go as long as the last one did. Last one went till about 6, 7 in the morning. And we were the birds were coming up, and we started putting fucking sausages on the grill. And
might as well start making breakfast.
Yeah, we started making breakfast. And then the one guy, so I told that story to someone, and the guy was like, yo, I'm waiting for Chad's breakfast.
So look, bro, we're
the party calmed down about 3 o'clock, right? So after 3 went into, all right, it's time to go. It was a long day. It was hot. It was cool. It was nice. I come back. It happens to be the host, his nephew or something, and he wound up spending the night there. So I come, and he's a little funny, you know. Not funny as in the clown, but he's funny. Like he's...
You have to explain that.
Yeah,
I know where you're going.
I'm going the wrong way with it. Remember, I'm hungover a little bit, so the thought is there, but the mouth is not doing the right thing. Anyway, I get this how funny he is. I get there coming about noon to clean up. He's at the door like, "Oh, my fucking breakfast, man! What happened? Those pancakes were great. I just had so much fun eating Chad's pancakes." I was like, dude, it was a comment. It was not meant to be. Like, you really feel that way? You lost your day because you didn't get my pancakes?
You didn't get breakfast?
Yeah. Like, he was really looking forward to it. And I was like, dude, it's not that serious. Like,
it's not that serious, and it's noon, and if you was seriously ganking on some breakfast at 10:30, you could have made a damn decision.
Right. You could have made a boss fucking decision
make
to make some goddamn breakfast yourself.
Now you're pissing about lunch.
Yeah, and then it was hot as shit that day. We cleaning up.
That Monday morning?
Yeah, that Monday, Labor Day, actually. So then we started again drinking, and then, you know. And this motherfucker has on a Fat Farm velour suit. And I'm like, I said, dude, this is fucking 98 degrees out here, and you wearing... don't start with me, man. Don't stop me. I ain't get my breakfast. I ain't get my breakfast.
You stay on that breakfast.
DJ Versatile. Shout out.
Versatile. Chicken. Ow. Yeah. Even DJs, you realize that... I didn't realize this when it happened. like a day later, I realized it happened. That Mac Miller passed away.
Yeah. Lil Mac Miller.
Oh shit! I just
You know, if these kids
26, 27?
26.
Jesus Christ! OD.
If these kids don't understand what
Oh
this
my
pill life is
God.
about, you know, it's an epidemic. This opioid epidemic is real.
Is that what he was doing? He was doing.
Well, he's taking pills. I mean, mixing pills. Then when you need one to come up and
Mixing
one to come
pills and
down,
liquor, yeah.
and then
Probably liquor too. And,
yeah, it was no straight. I mean, he had a TV show. He was, he was showing kind of that life. Everybody says he was severely depressed from.
From what? From like losing Ariana Grande? Come on, man. I hope that's not the. I really hope that wasn't it.
I hope it's not either, because that's what a fucking.
That was just. I mean, come on. That's like killing yourself because your favorite restaurant closed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's not. Come
it's
on,
just
man.
horrible.
He was so. I love Mac Miller. I downloaded I think I downloaded like 3 of his albums.
Yeah, he was pretty good, and he was how can I say, he was one of the I guess kind of one of the pioneers of that genre. There's a shitload of kids came after him that filled that space, that goofy, quirky, tattoo-facey, kind of
quirky, a little bit like if you just judge him by his appearance, you would think one thing, but then when you realize how talented he was, because he could sing too,
right?
And he also sang some tracks, and he also did like wasn't one of his albums like he had a couple like R&B tracks on it and stuff.
It's just dope.
He was a versatile dude, but he was those dudes who was more musically inclined that you would give him credit for.
Yeah. What's the other one? The other guy that came out after him, the
white guy?
Yeah. Thrift Shop.
Macklemore.
So he birthed that little era. I really saw that era come from him. Like, he really sent a lot of those kids that way that had that same skater vibe.
Right.
Sorry. Rest in peace.
Rest well, man. It's one of those like when you hear it, you go, oh, fuck. You just brother, because you would love to see these dudes, whatever their issue is.
Yeah.
However they want to be rebellious or whatnot. Man, if these dudes ever like persevere through it and get it right. Because the thing to have in the industry of music is a 35-year-old Mac Miller. Like if Tupac ever got to 40, imagine the kind of input he would have had.
Oh, it'd be great.
You know what I'm saying? Just when you have that perception, but you were kind of like throwing it out in different directions, and so we can understand your intention, but maybe your delivery is a little too awkward, and plus you're dealing with some other shit. You're trying to personify this one thing, which is getting you in a little bit of trouble, but we know you're a better dude than that and stuff, and so it takes a little bit of age and time to sort of like meld those things together and become this dude who can personify all those things, but at the same time still be a respectful human being.
Yeah. Well, speaking of such, you have Eminem dropped Kamikaze.
That was nice.
Dope album. That's
nice.
It's
nice.
It was really refreshing to hear the old Eminem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So kind of a microcosmic of what you just said was you want to see the age and progression. You want to see the peak and valley,
right.
And that crazy motherfucker deserves all the credit. The beats were dope. I'm not a little interested so much in the clapping back at people, but they're one-liners.
Yeah, they're one-liners though. But
they weren't like, real whole songs made.
Yeah,
people made it seem like, oh, he made a whole.
Yeah, no, he threw it in there.
Right, just those shots,
he threw it in
and he, as he should, to just as a rapper, you gotta talk shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was really impressed. I mean, I was impressed because I wasn't expecting anything. That's number one. Mm-hmm. So with no expectation came great. It came out with a good product.
Had that Beastie Boys cover.
Yeah.
Beastie. But I remember seeing it, and I was like, and I didn't realize it was Eminem's new joint, and I was like, what was this? So what's up with this Beastie Boys thing?
Who's doing that?
Who's doing this? There's a Beastie Boys album, right?
Right.
And I didn't read the. Like, oh, this is Eminem's new shit.
Dope. Really good piece of work. I always appreciated Eminem as a rapper.
Yeah.
As a lyricist, and I hate the term white rapper because you don't say black rapper.
Yeah, well, you don't say black rock star.
Right.
You know, or you shouldn't say black rock star. I mean,
Right.
You know, we play these funny games when we like need to like quantify it.
Yeah.
So he's a white rapper.
Yeah.
So
does that change that changes the
the requirement is still the same.
right.
You still need to be
ABC
nice
1 2 3.
Right.
You still got to rhyme words together.
Right.
I mean, although some people have mastered the art of not really rhyming and just really talking, like more preachy, and they don't actually rhyme. Because I do hate when you hear raps, and I can't do an example right now, but there's some that don't rhyme. Wait, what? That doesn't even go together. But
some of these dudes just talk.
Yeah.
Some of these dudes just talk over there.
Yeah, I'm just I'm still a hater of the auto-tune generation of the, because you can't perform it at a show,
Yeah.
And so your show has to be extra, like you gotta damn near do some extra shit just to make your show spectacular.
Right.
Because the song doesn't really have a lot of value. You know what I'm saying? There's no value in the
outside of that
outside of your gimmick.
Outside of your gimmick or what you do.
The auto-tune. Although T-Pain, oddly enough, is one of the ones that is very talented without the auto-tune. Like he can sing. Like he's a bad motherfucker. I think that auto-tune thing really overshadowed him, to the point where
that's what he's known. Unfortunately, that's what he's known for.
Right.
And
yeah,
you don't think of him like that's the first thing you think about.
Right. And then Jay-Z tried to kill him with the death of auto-tune.
Death of auto-tune.
Yeah, which was a good attempt, but it clearly showed that there was a new generation of people that didn't give a fuck.
True. Yes.
There was a whole generation of kids that was like, "Fuck him, he's rich."
And it's interesting that he used auto-tune to to say this is the death of auto-tune.
Why are you complaining about Facebook on Facebook?
That's right.
Fuck.
On social. You niggas on Facebook be doing it. You mean okay? So you're on your profile? Is that what you're saying?
So what you're doing is nothing like what you're talking about doing. But do as I say, not as I do. What else happened in the world? We lost the great Burt Reynolds.
Man's man.
He was definitely a man's
man. Burt Reynolds could not have existed in this society today.
No.
That dude would not have just no.
Yeah, no.
All the gave. But I thought about as I shaved. I thought about maybe I should lead a mustache just to
do the mustache.
Just keep just like hey Burt, appreciate it, bro.
Right.
Can't say I loved everything, but
Right. You gave us the fucking.
You gave
that big fucking mustache
to us.
Whoa.
And somebody's gonna come out and say that Burt Reynolds' finger popped him when
you think? I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, he's kind of look how.
You sure I'm sure he put his hand in a few places that it shouldn't have been.
Yeah, I think so. Who was the lady he was?
Lonnie Anderson is the
his wife.
I don't know if that's his current wife, but that's the one he was like hooked up with a lot. Like for a long time they were like almost
Burton like Leon.
You talk. What am I trying to say? Like they're like always together.
They were an item,
so to speak. They were like an item always together.
But he was with Sally Fields. He was with.
He had his share, man.
Dolly Parton, right?
Had his share.
Yeah, he did. He kind of looked like a puppet at the end. He kind of looked like Weekend at Bernie's.
It's hard when you see guys like as they get older.
Yeah.
And because you want to remember them for, you remember that chiseled jaw and that mustache and And
Deliverance was
a great movie. Never get off that never get rid of that scene out of your head.
Come here, you squealing like a
apparently,
pig.
From what I've read, that scene. Because they use a lot of local people to do that.
Yeah.
That scene had to be, like, worked around or cut because the dude that was jumping on Ned Beatty got a little carried away in his acting.
Got close to the
so
hole.
to speak. Got a little. So hey, motherfucker, we're acting, right? And some kind of that's what I read. Whether that has validity of it, I don't know. But that's
someone had that as a ringtone. That fucking that banjo fucking thing scared the living shit out of me, bro. I heard that fucking.
You just,
That's worse than the fucking any of the Michael Myers or the any of the tunes like the Kill Bill whistle. I like that one. The song. But that fucking banjo scared the living shit out of me. I was like,
you know, some shit's about to happen.
I was like, wait, I know that fucking song. And it just brought a shrill. It brought a
Like, why am I immediately scared?
Right.
Why am I...
Yes. Oh man, that really fucking freaked me out. But you know. So yeah, shout out to Burt Reynolds. He was a huge contributor of a lot of good moments.
A lot of pop culture.
A lot of pop culture.
A lot of pop culture, especially when he was in his prime.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he.
Well, just the
Cannonballs,
and
Longest Yards.
You doing it better than I am. The Cannonballs, Run the Longest Yards, Smokey and the Bandits.
Smokey.
You know, those were great. Boogie Nights. You see Boogie Nights?
I did.
But great movie.
Boogie Nights was great. Was that Mark Wahlberg, right?
Mark Wahlberg, yeah. Mark Wahlberg and his big 14-inch prosthetic dick.
Yeah, he was supposedly had a long hung dong.
Yeah, he had his prosthetic one
in the movie.
For the movie, yeah, because at the end, that scene at the end where he pulls his shit out and
wow,
yeah. Oh, good God. I hope you do get work.
Yeah,
you should get work for that.
Yeah, there's Lonnie Anderson.
Excuse me.
Rocky marriage to Lonnie Anderson. It wasn't. But I didn't know he must have been. He's junior. His dad must have been.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just read his name here.
Did not know that.
I did not know that as well. It says Burton Reynolds Jr. He was a junior. So that means his dad was probably.
He had an easy passing.
Yeah.
Hope he.
Well, his mustache almost rivaled Cheech's. I mean, he looks like Cheech. I mean, which I love the segues. But do you know that Cheech and Chong, right?
Cheech Marin, Tommy Chong.
Tommy Chong was a real fucking deal musician. I mean, he was
he was
real deal. He discovered fucking Michael Jackson.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which no one gives him credit for. Brought him to Diana Ross.
Yes.
Which is an amazing, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I learned that later. So I don't see people giving Tommy Chong the credit of I mean, I guess I'm not in that world, like that that real rock star life world. But he's a badass, man. Yeah. He was pretty bad. He had a band, and of all places was performing in Harlem and saw this little young Jackson.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they did Harlem and. But he's probably always high. That's probably why. He's probably one of those dudes with just like you said, probably like within the industry, they probably have a certain amount of respect for him and stuff like that.
Right.
But like the moment you take a foot outside of that area, nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a shit.
What are you doing? Your wireless mouse.
Yeah, I was just looking for USB if I have it.
USB.
USB.
We gotta look at internet.
Yeah. So we lost Burt Reynolds. I mean, shit. At 82, I mean, you could say he did the damn thing.
You tip your cap.
Yeah.
You know. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the life. Tip your cap. We lost Burt Reynolds. We gained a Colin Kaepernick as football week starts. Which I'm excited. I'm excited about football season.
Are you?
I am. I'm excited about it. They had this bullshit game on Thursday. They should get rid of the Thursday games.
Get rid of the
They're usually horrible games.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you play football and you got to get ready for a game in 3 days, this is a no. Like during the course of the season.
Yeah, I mean,
I was on Sunday and then you come at this. No,
right. Monday Night Football was it. Like it was the midweek of, you know, the spillover to one game over into the next Monday. You
get in now. You can go about your week and then get excited for football, like, you know, next week.
Right.
You know. But no, they want to do this thing on Thursday. And the games are usually shitty. They're usually horrible games.
Yeah, and then they're usually a different network too, right?
Usually like flying on different networks and stuff. And I wish they'd get rid of Thursday. I mean, even though they played a game on Thursday, which was week 1, I consider the start of football today. Today. Which is 1 o'clock. And September, 8th, 9th is today? Jesus.
Today is the 9th, yeah, September 9th. So are we a year in? We did a year, right?
We did over a year. We started in the previous summer. In your or was it the fall?
It was kind of the end of summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
because you still had that gazebo out in the backyard and your own thing.
So episode 1, we were in the tent. Yeah. Wow.
So it's been over a year.
It's actually a year because it popped up on my Facebook.
Did it really?
A year from when Chad was here. Cousin.
Oh,
I'm Chad.
I'm about to
So
say,
you're looking at
you're
me
Chad.
as-
What the fuck is? So you've been here the whole time.
Yeah. Was it that easy to confuse you? Like,
I'm sorry.
you fell for the what Alonzo Buzz says. Wait a minute, the TSA was fooled by the old Bugs Bunny trick. Guy went in through the exit door. Whoa, smart fucking guy. And you fell for that. No,
yes.
serious. So, but so we have what? We have the Bengals playing.
Bengals, Colts, Bills, Broncos, Buccaneers, Saints, Texans, Patriots. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
49ers, Vikings. That's going to be a good game. Vikings, I think, are going to be a lot better than people are giving them credit for.
Really?
Me personally.
Able to call anyone right away? Like to say they're going to all the way? Patriots going to do it again? Go all the way?
It's one of those things where I can't bet against them.
Right.
I mean, you got to show you can beat them.
Yeah.
So it's hard to bet against them.
Right. It's hard. It is hard to bet. We got Jaguars at 1. Okay.
Yeah, at 1:00. Giants in their newfound offense and their new dude Saquon Barkley. What's his name?
In 10, 15 minutes.
Odell Beckham got his contract, so he should be a happy dude.
He's staying.
He's staying.
Okay.
I think it's a 5-6 year deal. Got himself a lot of money. Got himself a nice chunk of change. So now, hey, shut up, catch the damn ball. So
Shut up and catch
everything
it.
else.
But back to the controversy of Colin Kaepernick, and congrats to Nike for really stepping out on a limb, and really saying they stand for something, they believe in him, and giving him the endorsement.
Okay.
So on the other side of it, what's so people burning shoes now?
Yeah, I don't understand any of that. Like,
yeah,
why would you burn shit that you paid for?
Right.
I just don't get it. Right. If anything, donate it to a cause.
Yeah, I mean,
the issue I have with that though, is this vernacular that Colin Kaepernick. I don't like the comparison of Colin Kaepernick to Muhammad Ali.
Okay,
it bothers me.
Okay,
because now we know that for a period of time, Colin Kaepernick was getting a check from Nike.
Yeah,
because you're part of an ad campaign.
Sure,
we're gonna float your check. Okay, so this whole idea of what you've sacrificed, kind of, in my opinion, goes down the tube.
Really?
Because you really didn't sacrifice anything. And especially when you compare it to a guy like Muhammad Ali, whose opinion was when he wouldn't go to Vietnam.
Right.
Nobody liked that.
Right.
Everybody he had very few people, he had very, very little support. He lost his boxing license. He had to pretty much beg other fighters for money so that he could pay his bills, feed his family.
George, he borrowed
stuff.
money
Yes,
from George.
I think from
right?
George and from Joe Frazier. I think
Joe Frazier. Okay, yes, that's
and I
what
think
it was.
Joe Frazier loaned him some money so he could pay his bills and feed his kids.
Yeah,
and became this almost like a national pariah until much later when we realized what was going on in Vietnam. And
right.
when you start saying, oh, wait a minute, Muhammad Ali, the dude had a point. He had a point to what he was making. Like, time sort of rewarded Muhammad Ali for the decisions that he made. He had a little bit more foresight into it than we were willing to give him credit for at the time.
But okay, the comparison of him to
now that's no fault of Colin Kaepernick. That's a total separate, at least in my opinion, from the decision that he made.
Yeah, but who does that? Who's comparing him to?
There's a lot of people in the media and there's a lot of people on networks saying that it's a similar thing to comparing it to Muhammad Ali, and I just this notion of sacrifice bothers me because it begs the question, well, what have you sacrificed?
Yeah, I
agree. It's
not sacrificing anything.
I just hate the exaltation of it. Now at saying that, I have total big up to him for the decision that he made.
Sure.
That's doesn't demean what he did and the reasons for
100%.
him doing it.
100%.
It has to do more with pretty much everybody else's, chipping their hat in and saying stuff like that. Because I'm just as pissed as people who say, oh, he won't stand for the national anthem. Oh, fuck him. Oh, really? So what were you doing at the concession stand in the game when the fucking national anthem was playing when you
Right.
were waiting on your damn hot dog.
Right.
So don't give me that shit either.
Right.
And technically, the American flag is not supposed to be worn anywhere else. You got no problem putting it on your shorts and putting
Right.
it on your thing and stuff
Right.
like that. And you got your shitty tattered flag waving up there, all rattled and stuff like that. You're
Right.
supposed to keep that damn thing
Clean.
pristine,
Right.
and clean.
Not change it and do
Right. So a lot of people who are saying he's disrespecting the flag, you need to check yourself, because in many
Okay.
ways you're disrespecting the flag too.
Okay, I like that.
You know.
I mean, I like the fact that if you're gonna flag up, you flag all the way.
Exactly.
Don't fly it half staff or
Right,
whatever they call
right.
it. Don't do it halfway.
Don't do it halfway.
Don't do it half. Be a patriot, a true patriot.
Be a true patriot. You know, I consider myself a patriot. I serve my country. I have no issue with standing for the national anthem.
Yeah.
I stand. If I have my hat on, I take my hat off.
Yeah.
You know, that's me.
Right.
That's me. But I acknowledge what he's doing for the course of what he's did, and for other people for doing it.
Sure.
For the reason why they're doing it. But at the same time, you have to. It's always gonna be. You're always gonna give with one and take with the other.
Yeah, but see, my take on it is that if you're gonna protest something, you should be protesting for a result, right? Not for the purpose
For a
of
change.
protest. Right. So whatever.
right, okay.
So whatever you want to happen you should be working towards that.
Putting it in motion.
The
right.
the symbol of your protest should not be the protest. You understand? Like
That's
the,
excellent.
The
Yes.
symbol of it. Just because you do this
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean you're about black rights.
Right.
Just because you chime in on a text or a blog or
Right.
something and you have an opinion on it doesn't mean you're for the protest or
Right.
for the, you're not about the revolution because you spoke on it or whatever else.
Right.
Do you really believe in it? Are you at the rallies? Are you willing to get arrested? Are you willing to sacrifice? So the sacrifice really comes in when you're a doer, not a sayer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not with the fake fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with the fake protests. Yeah, do that with it.
Right.
And the minute guns come out and the minute people say, okay, well, all you motherfuckers who feel this way is going to jail.
Right.
Oh, not me. I
Right,
just
whoa,
I
I
just
gotta
came
get
for the popcorn.
That's
I'm just
right.
here for the
They
fucking
told me.
right.
Where's this Starbucks is open?
Yeah.
It's open.
Right. So, these
Right.
fake,
The fake outrage,
revolutionaries,
Fake outrage. Right.
those are the people I'm not really buying into. I mean, it's okay to have an opinion, and we have opinion
Mm-hmm.
here on the show. We just opinionated because we're just two bros. You know what I'm saying? But when you're a political person and you have a spotlight on it, so I think we both said this many times. We've yet to hear him say anything.
Yeah. Anything.
Anything. So I've not heard him say he's against, and I hear everyone else saying, "Oh, he's doing this because against police brutality."
Well, he did say that. He did say that in the very, very begining.
Right.
When
One
they
time,
asked
I
him.
think.
He said that one time, and he made it clear that's what he did. And I think he mentioned there was another a friend of his who was in the military
Yeah.
who actually suggested it, or a veteran he visited or something like that suggested. Say, hey, look, you know what? If you want to do this with at the same time not being disrespectful to the flag, maybe
Yes.
maybe you can take a knee or something like
Yes.
that. Or, just to demonstrate that your
There was a veteran that told
right
him,
your level of malcontent without at the same time being overtly disrespectful. And I think those are the only things we've heard from him.
yeah.
You know.
I agree, and again, the protest of this is a gentleman here. The influence came from Nate Boyer,
Yeah.
the veteran who told him it was best to
Suggested.
take.
Yeah.
Suggested.
Yeah.
So, no one's mad at that. No
Right.
one's, and a lot of people who are misinformed, I think, of this whole thing. I don't totally agree to take it out on the flag. I mean, the country's song and motto.
Mm-hmm.
You live here. You have every chance to leave
Right.
and every chance to vote and participate.
Right.
Whether you like it or not, whether
Right.
it's corrupted or not, whether it's
Right.
whether you think one vote, you do so many other one shot chances,
Right.
and your government shouldn't be the secondary, you know what I'm saying, or your system that you tacitly agreed to be.
Right.
That's a cop out, you know what I mean? That's a cop out for people to say, like, this protest for this. I like the fact that he's gotten national attention. But what's the call? What's the issue? Like,
What's the issue? Right. What is the
like if you're okay, police brutality sucks. We've all been. I've been there.
Yes.
It sucks. It is not a beautiful thing. You know, coming from kids, you know, a dad who was a police officer.
Right.
You know, so isn't there? How would you protest against that if you were to do it the correct way? Would you show up at the precinct? You vote? Do you elect? I mean,
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I think, you know, every community has elected officials.
yeah.
And apparently, I say apparently because, you know, it's something that we don't actively engage in. These elected officials are supposed to speak for you.
Correct.
And so if there is an issue with a community that believes that they are being over-policed, well, then you should actively, I mean, you can go to that office.
Right.
You can write to that office and say, hey, this is an issue.
Right. You can
that
town
we have
hall
here.
it. You could do.
And if they don't respond,
right.
then you get rid of them.
Right.
You know, you gotta be a part of it. And you can't, you know, you can't sit in the back and just want to be part of the faceless crowd that just goes, just don't. Why are you touching him? Why are you doing when you know nothing?
Nothing.
What is your active participation in?
So that's what I meant. That's what I was gearing to, like saying that, you know, without the actual mission itself, the protest is only a symbol.
Yeah.
It's a symbol. So for guys like Nike to jump on this, now they take a risk just like anybody else. They're a stock publicly traded company. They take the risk and they take the face, but they're not. I think they're smart for saying, we know who our customer is. Like, we know who the customer that scratches to buy as opposed to optionally buys. Like, some people benefit, you know, financially well. Right. Doesn't matter what shoe they buy. They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't buy Nikes because the brand, you know what I mean? They don't. They like the comfort. They like the quality.
Right. They like the shoe itself.
They like the shoe itself.
You know, I don't know what this company stands for.
Right.
Whatever. Just, this is a nice shoe. Hey, it's on sale.
Hey, it's on sale. Right. You know.
Well, apparently they're. I think over this period, I think their market share went up, and I think their sales are up like 30%.
Oh yeah. So, listen, they're gonna kill.
So they're gonna
kill the statistic, and what'll happen is you'll probably see other guys follow suit. You know, you'll see everyone else go, these guys are on to something. Let's be a part of. So
now, what if Reebok does a red, white, and blue?
A Patriot
shoe.
Yeah, I mean they could use it. They're fucking dying. I mean Reebok is dead. You know, Reebok has been dead for quite a few years. They closed I think the Reebok store or the Reebok center they had. But again,
doesn't Nike own Converse?
I don't know. It would be probably. I wouldn't doubt them.
I think Nike owns another, like or they're a major shareholder in Converse. another shoe company. Like Converse or something like that.
That would be the smart thing to do if you were in that business. I mean, I'm sure they figured it out how to fucking.
But then it begs the question: does Nike as a company support? Well, I guess you could say they do support them because they're writing them a check. Yeah. You know, but is this just for them? Is this just business?
I think so.
It's probably just business.
It's just business. It's if you look at it, if you were in the marketing meeting, right? And you said, and I'm the guy now marketing is a very visceral business, and they cut you because it's all ideas. Right. It's all, hey, Jim, wouldn't it be fun if we just put this... Right. The guy goes, stay right there. Stay right there. He runs to the boss.
Somebody who knows.
Right. So this is business. This is another day at the water cooler for somebody. They, you know, somebody got a check, and someone said...
Somebody got a nice check for this.
Somebody got a nice check, whoever brought this in. They just dialed up. And now it's if you looked at the metrics of it, it would say who's hot right now. Yeah. Who's
on the thing? Right. It happens right in the beginning of football season. Right. So of course they're all going to be talking about it. Right. Sports is now and that's another thing that's another thing that puts a bad taste in my mouth. I'm a big sports fan. You're a big sports fan.
Not so much. I'm cracking my neck.
Okay. Wait, but you love basketball.
I like basketball.
You like
I'm not a sports fan.
I'm not. The politicization of sports is it's getting a little too out of hand.
Yeah.
Like when everything is an issue, I don't really give a shit. Can you tell me who won?
Right.
Can you tell me what the score was? Can you tell me, how so and so do and stuff like
Yeah.
that? I mean, I'm a sports fan, so for me, this time of year is an exciting time of year for me.
Mm.
Baseball's heating up. We're on the last 2-3 weeks of the season. We're getting ready to send teams to the postseason. Football just started. I love college football, so my weekends on football. My wife knows where I'm going to be. Right. I'm going to be here watching the damn football games. Leave the kid with me. You go do your thing.
Right.
It's good.
Don't be alarmed. That's
right.
Fucking Miles jumps up. What the fuck is going on? Just don't throw the baby.
No, I won't. No, I'll make sure to put him down.
But yeah, it's interesting the fake protest of people, the way their heart. You may have the right intentions, but the heart is never.
Yeah.
When you got to get up and go to work Monday, which was told to me by a book reading I went to with ex FBI agent. I forgot the guy's name. I used to remember him all the time, and now I can't remember. At my church, we used to do. They have a committee called liquor. No, CMATAP, Committee Against Offensive Material Towards African American People. Right, something. So
okay.
Committee, and it basically highlights whenever the media is portraying someone in a light negatively, whatever, negative material. So I, he said, hey, why don't you stop by? We could use some young blood. We're all old, and I got there, it was a bunch of old people, like literally, like, you guys, do you guys know that they talk about this stuff on the radio? Like, this is happening already. Like, this is
casket dodgers,
right?
Just
and
I said if I was ever going to say that, I was going to let this young lady named Grania, who she works at a bar that I go to around my job. I will let her know that I'm said that because she said that and it cracked me up.
Casket dodgers.
Shout out.
Yeah, man. And I'm like, guys, there's this thing. You can go on an internet and look at these things and find it faster than they were clipping newspapers and they had this scrapbook and I was like, guys, this is so old. Like, it's moving so fast that the same route always applies. What are you talking to your kids about? Like,
right.
Because they're the ones that go out and seek the information, not as opposed to just, now we're just consumers now. We just now consume the product as opposed to making it, So the point I was just trying to make was they had a guy from the FBI there, and he talks about his role in the FBI and being a black FBI agent, which he said the first thing they told him was, you're now deraced. You're not black. You're an FBI. You're not white. You're an agent. There's people you're gonna come across that you may look like you or feel like you, but they're the target, or look nothing like you, and they're the person we're investigating, and you have to be, a total soldier of commitment, you know. And just forget all of what you believe, just go by the book.
Right.
And in the book, it says that protests, under different categories of protests, African American protests has a sustainability of 40 hours.
Sustainability.
That's it. It can only last 40 hours.
It can only last?
It can only last. It will only last for 40 hours. Proven. Like they've said.
Oh, okay.
They've said.
I thought you were saying that after 40 hours, we're going to destroy some shit after that.
No.
Or you're saying that
the protest of an African American protest.
40 hours is usually
max.
Okay. I see what you're
max. The fire goes out.
Okay, yeah.
Duraflame logs don't last that long. And they've proven this over and over. So their whole campaign to stop it was to wait.
Yeah.
Wait till Monday, they'll be done. Like Friday, fuck this.
To sway, make sure nobody kills himself.
Right. They just stand there and say nothing, whatever. And then Monday morning, everybody's got to go back to work.
It's amazing that you said that because that in many times when something...
Now, I'm sorry, this predates a lot of these other shootings. This the Michael Brown
and stuff
Ferguson.
Like that.
It predates that. And I have seen protests last a little longer.
Right.
So it does go again 10 years back, you know.
But it's a good guide to question, to mark sort of like the validity of something.
Sure.
Like how committed are people to this? Because you saw what happened in Charlottesville.
Yes.
You know, so a year ago, you know, Charlottesville had this huge, you know, they had this huge thing, and then, you know, unfortunately somebody got in a car and killed people, and it was just it was a travesty.
Yeah.
And they tried to do it again a year later.
Right.
And like what, 9 people showed up or something?
Yeah.
Some, you know, I mean, you can put them in a van as to what happened. You know, so basically, you know, if it's valid,
Mm-hmm.
the momentum will carry itself.
Correct.
If it's not valid, people gonna, because I think after that Charlottesville thing, people are like, you know, you guys are kind of fucking, you guys are fucked up. I mean, we were with you there for a little bit,
Right?
And a lot of even like extremely conservative like media people were like, hey, whoa, you did
what?
You did what? Yeah, we ain't down with that. And all of a sudden, it came up a year later, and there's like 8 people like hanging out.
Right.
No,
it's really fucked up because it really, you know, Gil Scott Heron, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the revolution is
will not be televised.
It's so true. You know what I'm saying? Because the stuff that gets televised and publicized is not where the fight is. You know what I'm saying? The fight isn't there in front of the camera. The fight isn't, you know, that's the result of it. And thank God people can report and, you know, and intelligently be part of. But the revolution comes from everything you do. So if you don't, again, you don't have the sustainability to sustain it. You can't go longer than that because you're not financially secure.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the stores you don't own. You still have to consume and buy product. You still got to pay bills. So you're not able to fight that long fight. You're not able to. You don't know who. Like the guys. Were you with me with the guy? No, you wasn't. We were. I thought we were at a bar or something, and the guy was screaming about fucking telling Trump to fix potholes, and you know he know what he's doing. He just, something, and we was like, dude.
Yeah. Who was the guy?
I don't remember what it was.
That was before I went to the concert, right?
I think so.
Before me and Ed showed up at the concert, and there was this guy talking about Trump fixing shit, and
it was like, dude,
and we were like, dude, go back over there and get your shit straight,
right?
And he literally went back over and came back 5 minutes later.
Oh no, that was another guy at the bar, at Rudy's.
Yeah,
that was another guy That was a guy that was talking about the sun is beautiful.
Yes. I was getting them confused.
Yes.
Okay.
He was the guy talking about, but still good segue. The sun is awesome. Stop saying it's not. I said, okay, it's happening every day, and he was like, stop taking it for granted. The sun is beautiful. You should appreciate it. No, man, you can't say that. I said, yes, I can. It's an opinion. It's beautiful to you. Because it's only beauty is beholder, like that belongs
subjective,
right? That belongs to you. It's okay, own it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, the day the sun doesn't come out, you will regret you ever said that. And I was like, I probably will, but
we'll all be dead.
Right?
So
that day, when that comes, I ain't thinking about the fucking regrets I had for it. I'm thinking about how do we survive. So
that's right.
Duh.
I got a basement. I got cans of soup.
Right. By the way, if you think you can survive off of canned food for more than 30 days, you're sorely mistaken. You cannot survive off of canned products for 30 days. You will explode. You'd have so much salt and sodium. You'd die.
Well, we wouldn't know. What we wouldn't know would be like how much. We wouldn't be able to ration food.
No.
Like if shit went on outside and this is it.
Right.
That's it. What we got here in this basement is it. And this has got to last us for the foreseeable future until we can find a clearing and one of us goes out and kills a cat or some shit like that to eat. We got these 6 cans of beans.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
We'd go through 3 cans of beans in one night.
You gonna? Oh no, you no, take the whole thing. We got 5 cans.
And it's not until like it hits stress. Like, hey, You got any more beans?
Here's how you know. Here's how you know you can't ration food. This is the pure guide to rationing food. You ever been to a buffet?
Yes.
You can go back, you know.
Yes.
But you pile
shit up on the biggest plate you can have. Yes.
And take it back and sit with
take
you
it
and
back,
fucking.
yes.
And then after that, you don't want to go back anymore.
Yes.
You fuck it, I'm done here. So what was the purpose of going to a buffet?
Yes.
If you're supposed to go, okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna get some steaks. I'm gonna do that. That was good.
We waste a lot of food though. Man.
Oh,
We just
man.
I'm starting to become a little bit more conscious of like how much like food I eat and how like when am I actually hungry?
Right.
Are you really hungry?
Right.
Or are you bored? Or are you just like you don't know what to do? So I'll go get something to eat.
Bored.
Or whatever.
Bored. Most
And
of the
boredom
time.
usually puts on weight.
Yeah.
You know.
Boredom puts on weight. You get bored. You start snacking.
Right.
And you start, I can
get some of this. I can get some of this. Yeah, but you're not really hungry.
Now,
like, have you ever like how long has it? What was the longest you've ever done without eating? Like you made a conscious decision without like not eating.
I did 10 days.
10 days without eating?
Yeah.
Anything?
I did the challenge. I did the cleanse.
You didn't eat anything. You just did the.
I just did lemon water, lemon, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup.
How was that?
It's awesome.
Now, I know that process. I mean,
it was revealing. It was two things happened. I gained some consciousness, some memory, like it got quiet, like internally, like no shitting, like no going to the bathroom, like you even go and sit and you go, I think I want nothing. You have no food.
There's no solid waste.
No solid waste in it. So you literally dehydrate yourself down to and even we're not supposed to drink regular water.
Really?
No, only this mixture. And it was pretty weird. It got really weird to the almost fainting. But when you look and you see your chin line again. I'm like, oh shit, my fucking the handles went away. I was like, damn, this is. And then Dre did it. He was like, yo, he called me up one night. He was like, yo, I ain't took a shit in 3 days, man. I'm getting worried. You sure we doing this right? I said, look, man, it's a fucking celebrity diet. It's not a, I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but if you're feeling faint, just, go eat something.
Yeah. Don't die.
Don't die, right? Don't die for the cause, or the protest segue. But so that was the longest I ever did. And the bad part was on the 10th day, the beauty of it was what's the holiday week? It was February. What's in February? So
President's Day or Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, my wife's birthday, Super Bowl weekend. It was the worst time to do it.
Worst time to be on a program to.
It was All-Star Week. It was from Super Bowl to All-Star Weekend.
Okay.
That's how long it was. That's how long I did it. And those 2 weekends in between. So I was going to work every day. People were like, yo, you sure, man? And just lemon. It was great. I lost.
And you can drink as much of that as you want.
Yeah, you could drink whenever you feel hungry.
Whenever you feel hungry, you drink that.
You drink that. Cause and the maple syrup gives you just enough sugar to glycol, but not. It lowers your blood sugar, lowers everything. It was like a total reboot, and but it was like a sponge, a dried sponge. You put a little dab of water and it should just foam back up. I just blew up right after it.
What was the first meal you had afterwards?
Interesting point. I had a steak.
No, you just went all out.
It was small, very small, because my stomach was so small.
You probably couldn't take 8-10 ounces.
Yeah, I ate like a little that with some salad and a thing, and I was like, so to your point, I wanted the taste. I wanted to put something in my mouth. I wanted to. I had a steak, and I chewed it only. I never swallowed it. I just chewed it because I wanted it. So I just put it in a napkin and put it out. Yeah, because I wanted the grease and the fat and the taste. But I didn't eat it. And then I ate a salad, and then just slowly but sure a tuna salad. Actually, I had tuna fish, and that was my first solid meal.
Tuna fish.
So it was weird. It was weird, but it was. It's not easy because you start hallucinating.
Yeah.
I was literally hallucinating things. I mean, my dreams were crazy. Again, off that fucking other psychotropic.
The DMT you were taking. So something you got DMT.
I'm gonna show you the bottle. In it. It's not DMT. Is it?
That's
It's something in it.
dimethyltryptophan. Dimethyltryptophan.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it
Giving
is.
you them funky
It's pretty
dreams.
funky. Yeah.
Now, how long? Now, when you did that,
Yeah. So what? Yeah.
when you did that, yeah, I forgot to. So we're just on this. When you did that, how long did it take to be, I guess, like normal? Like, did you like hit a wall, surpass it, and then you sort of like
hunger.
stopped?
We were talking about hunger.
Yeah.
We were talking about being hungry. Yes.
In which it wasn't an issue for you anymore. Like it wasn't because I'm sure there was a time like fuck these chicken wings smell good, and then there probably was a time in which it just didn't bother you.
Yeah. So it did get to the point where you're right. It did. The beginning phase was like, all right, I could do this. Mm-hmm. But when I drank the liquid, and you make a big batch of that's the key to it, so that you're not always.
Mixing it.
Yeah,
So
you
it
make
should
a
be
gallon
ready
of it.
for you.
Right,
Okay.
you should you make a gallon of it. You shake it up. Little fucking cayenne pepper. Now the cayenne pepper, which I never ingested like that in a drink or whatever else, does a kick. It gives you the oh shit I'm up like it starts your blood flowing and it almost feels like caffeine. It does not you don't crash obviously, but it doesn't last long. So it gives you that fire, you get a little sweat going, and you go, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And I don't, you start almost feeling, and I started feeling like palpitation.
Palpitation in the heart.
But it was because my system had quieted down. Like everything was just quiet. So I was hearing my heartbeat, and I thought it was scary. And then you get used to it, and you get these little, feeling it, you hear it, but you're not sure. It was scary a little bit, and then it just got to the point where I was like, I'm good, And whenever you got that taste, I had a little thing with me, a swig of it, like not even a lot.
Right.
Like you just swig it just to get you going. All right, I'm fine. And no hunger pains after the second day.
Okay.
No growl, no. And I will say that I woke up with salt coming out of my pores. Like,
really?
I had salt all over my face, like powder. Like I felt like I was like, what the fuck is this? Like somebody put it on me. It was coming out of me. It was like coming right out of my pores, like salt all on my face. Like you could go like this and crystallize. It would come out.
Right.
So that was weird. The bathroom situation totally weird. Like never going to the bathroom was like, huh. You got nothing. You got no waste.
Right.
And after the first and second.
Well, you were taking a piss though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You obviously because you're drinking this, and it's coming out dark and you clearing, pretty dark.
Well, that long term can't be healthy for you.
I think the 10 days is too long. Like on 7, I was ready to go nuts. I was almost like, all right, I'm not gonna die for this. And I wasn't doing it to lose weight I was just doing it to cleanse my body. Just to
cleanse yourself and just
get rid of alcohol, get rid of, and get my true balance, natural weight.
Now, do you think you could do that, because I know people who, they have certain days when they fast. Like there's a couple guys I know at work. Yeah. Like on Tuesday he fasts.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat anything, like he'll have his meal at night. And, the night before, Monday night, and then he won't eat anything until the following.
Well, like Muslims do Tuesday Ramadan, night. When they fast for Ramadan. Yeah, it's the same thing. Hunter-gatherer syndrome, you could do it.
What's hunter-gatherer syndrome?
So hunter-gatherer is the primitive person we were when we used to hunt and gather.
Yeah, but what's the
scenario? The syndrome is meaning the scenario is you didn't eat for days.
Okay.
Till you caught it. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So you went out, you sat in the woods, you nibbled on something, but you didn't have that meal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The real meal was only Sunday, like the big family
when you gathered all that shit together and everybody comes,
and you had the big harvest and all that stuff. So we've gotten away from. Eating every day is a luxury,
well, yeah, it is. I mean,
like you said, we waste.
We waste a lot. This is 100 years ago. Your primary concern was like, okay, what am I gonna where am I going to get my food
Right.
from? You know,
Right.
I mean, food wasn't just like readily available
Right.
all the time for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and all these different options now. I mean, it just, you know, if the only thing you could get was a head of lettuce, well, guess what? You and your family having a head of lettuce.
Badass head of
And
lettuce.
now, I mean, when was the last time you could not find anything to eat?
Correct.
You know?
Well, my kid's version of not finding something to eat is not being someone to prepare it. I have so much shit in the fridge and so much stuff.
Yeah.
You got to make it.
Yeah.
And they
There's
go
nothing here to eat. There's a
Right.
full fridge and a cupboard
pantry,
over there.
and they just don't know how to assemble. So they,
Yeah.
oh, we like how you do it. You make it look so nice. You
Yeah.
do the presentation. You fold it. You do all this stuff. No, because I'm hungry and I try. Like I've eaten some shitty meals because I've made them, and I either put too much something in it and
Yeah.
it just tastes like crap. But you gotta stick with it. You gotta deal
Right.
with it. So yeah, that you are correct. That is not for the faint of heart. It is very dangerous.
Yeah.
But I like to think I had enough. I think I was just kind of living off my own fat, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I just wanted to see if I could do it. It was just a
Yeah.
personal. It was just a personal
Yeah.
testament, and it worked. And so when they saw me do it, my friends obviously
Yeah.
they go, okay, if you could do it, I could do
I
it.
could do it.
So they started doing it, and I told them, I said, don't cheat. Like, I don't care what you tell me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You could tell me whatever. So some of them were doing it, and they were like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "No, you're not. You cheated. I know you cheated."
I'm thinking about doing, I don't know, some kind of like,
A detox.
no, not a detox. I don't like any of that stuff. But like a, sort of like a going like a sober October type thing, where just like,
Yeah.
like 30 days, like no liquor, no bread, very little animal meat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Cut it to like once a week, maybe 2 times a week.
2 times a week. What?
Eat meat.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just
It's
I love meat. And meat's good for you too. It's
meat's full of protein. It's got tons of.
you know, there's some people who get a little carried away with them being like, you know, vegan and vegetarian and stuff, and think that you're destroying the world if you had a steak.
Yeah, no,
And
it's
stuff. But that, you know, people get carried away with that. But no, but I think I think as a society, and I'll include myself in that too. I mean, I when you eat like that, you feel better.
yeah.
You know,
listen,
when you like smaller portions of animal protein, loads of vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after a while, you feel better. You know, you feel better. You feel less tired. You know, I've cut out like a lot of like bread and stuff. I don't do that much bread anymore.
bread, French fries, all the white stuff is
Yeah,
terrible for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the whiter it is, the terrible. it
Whitey,
is.
why
Yeah,
you fucking with us, man?
yeah. Yeah.
God damn it.
God damn it.
God
I'm
damn
gonna
Whitey.
go get some wings after this. No, it's you know the social part of it is what makes it hard.
Yeah,
Because
socializing,
socially
yeah.
you want to eat, you want to mingle, you want to have fun, you want to enjoy it,
And
and you
it's-
want taste, you want flavor.
You want taste, you want flavor, and it's always the first one.
Yeah.
It's always the first one. Like the moment you decide you're gonna dip your hand and grab a chip, you just decided you're gonna eat a half a bag of chips.
Yeah, I gave up chips for a long time, and my biggest problem used to be a bag of chips and a beer on the Long Island Railroad home, and you know it's probably the worst thing you could get, you know,
Yeah.
because it gives you straight beer gut belly, you know, it
Yeah.
just goes right to your belly, and I don't do a shitload of exercise, and you know I'm one of those people that thinks walking regularly is you do enough.
Listen, it's a lot.
It's more than something
When
know.
when you realize how much walking you got to do, because if you're working in Manhattan, you're walking.
Okay, so
know?
so hear this. We had it's funny we said this. It's a great segue. I was with a client Thursday, and he talks about the Peloton, right? Got a Peloton bike.
The bike, okay.
The bike. He says, "Man, you know, I'm not a infomercial guy. I don't, you know, usually, but this works." Now, mind you, I'm looking at the guy. He's fat as shit. Yeah, he's a chubby fucker.
Uh-huh.
He's one of those that he, you know, they try to wear the clothes and, you know, be moderate, you know.
Yeah.
He's European look guy. You're chubby, dude. Like I could tell, you
Yeah.
know. And he was bigger. He was slimmer before. I mean, I know the guy almost a
Oh,
year.
really? Okay.
So
All right.
he's telling
So
us.
he's had issues with his weight.
Right. So, but he's like me. Wall Street, you know, up
Right.
and down. You know what I'm saying? I'm up and down. So I know the plight he's going through. I'm like, all right, yeah, I can eat a cheeseburger and I get titties tomorrow. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, And then some days I'm just fit, I'm feeling thinner, whatever. So he's telling a story about this Peloton, and it's the best thing ever, and the metrics is there, it works, and he knows he's burning more calories because, and I said, so all I said was, so they figured out how to make you think you're working out more, because the bike tells you, it gives you all
tells you stuff,
talks to you, it's on your phone, it's synced to your phone, and he goes, no, I'm burning the calories, and I can see it. I said, but don't they all have, like, you just now have a way to report it and record it, like the Fitbit and the, all these other tracking and Step Walker and all this other stuff. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, but you were always doing that. You know what I'm saying? You were always walking. You were always taking 1,000 steps. It's being cognizant of it now to go, oh, I did
that positive reinforcement.
Right. So now you go. My wife and a bunch of them in the office, they all have the Fitbit. So I made the shirts called, it says Fit Bitches. I took the logo and bent it, and it's Fit Bitches. She asked for it, and they made workout clothes for it. So it's Fit Bitches. And it's interesting because I didn't know that it had a social media component to it, which ties them all together.
So they can look at each other's.
Yes. Oh, she's beating you. She did 1,300 steps
little
today.
Competition.
Yeah, a little competition, and they get in it. They start. Oh, fuck that! She's not gonna beat me.
Fuck that shit! I'm taking the stairs.
Yo, yes, they would do that, and I think that's wonderful. I think it's a great way to embrace today's technology into that world where you need that encouragement, where you would say, hey, come with me, work out, come to the gym with me and work out.
Yeah.
You need a buddy. You need somebody to do it with you. So that's a way to do it.
Look, you don't want to disrespect anybody, but fat shaming works.
Yeah.
You don't want to be disrespectful to people, and you want to stay in your place, so to speak.
Yeah.
You shouldn't like call people out and shit like that. But every once in a while, when somebody says, "Hey, it looks like you put on a few," that sometimes is enough.
I know. I know.
You can eat that whole. You can eat that whole thing, all them fries.
It's so true, but it's painful. You know what I'm saying? It's always that little bit of, damn, man. For me, you know what does it for me? Working in Manhattan is these buildings, man. These mirror coated. I walk by.
You see, yes.
I go, fuck is that? My ass?
You have this image of yourself.
Yeah. You thinking
you
walking down the street.
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm a little broad shoulders, dude.
Right.
When you pass by that thing, that's my ass sticking out of there. I thought I looked good in this suit. Shit.
I've done that several times.
I ain't going. I was gonna go to the bar this afternoon, but I ain't going in.
Right. I'm having a salad today.
That's right.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something that shaming does work. I just think everyone's so fucking sensitive now, is that you can't tell people certain things and they get offended. And, oh, you called me blue,
Yeah. Well, you're blue.
You're blue, man.
You're blue. There's no way. But you've seen it. Like when there's people, there's huge. I'm not talking about somebody who could use. I mean, we can all stand to lose a few pounds here and there. Absolutely. But somebody who is clearly freaking tremendously overweight, getting upset that somebody says somebody has concerns about their health.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly healthy. I said, no, there's no way you can be.
No.
There's no way you can be.
Yeah, you're a little chubby.
My mother-in-law's like that. She doesn't want to hear that. Yes, you got problems with your knee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you've taken this shot, but
too well.
If you dropped like 20, it'll help.
It'll help. Yeah, there's people that I remember going to school, being in school, and the old, I got asthma, I can't do gym, like but you can do lunch.
But you can do lunch.
You can do lunch.
You got asthma. That's probably why you should do gym.
Right. And it was so weird. I remember people used to make all the excuses in the world not to go to gym. Like they didn't want to run around and I was like, why? Gym is the best. Like gym is you run around, you do a few push-ups and do. Now in our days in gym they don't do this anymore.
No, they don't.
That's just a record. It's free time. They used to do push-ups.
You used to have a class.
Yes.
You used to have to do something.
You used to have to do 50 push-ups.
And somebody was recording you.
And
so
if
you did 8 today, okay, next week I want to see you do 10. And that type of thing.
They don't do that.
No. They don't.
The gym is put a few balls on the floor, run around, you know.
It's one of the biggest, to me, it's one of the biggest travesties of school, especially
of
for younger
education.
people.
Yes.
Like sticking people in this building for 6.5, 7 hours a day and
Right.
expecting every single one of them to be perfectly behaved and everything like that without giving them the opportunity to just like get, like if you give somebody like 30 minutes just to get outside, move around, do something other than sit in a spot. This is
cubicle.
I mean,
what they're training them.
Somebody wrote an article. It said sitting is the new smoking.
Yeah.
Like we sit more now than we've ever done in our history.
Yeah.
As human beings.
We have all those rising desks, which is great.
Do you?
Yeah.
I want those.
We pushed the button in our LA office, built them that way. We have them only the very desks.
Okay.
You know, but the LA
There's a new
office,
one now. Though. There's a new company.
There's always going to be new ones. But in LA, they have the office spaces, which are the cubicle section. You know, the new cubicles that come, they come like that now.
Nice.
They come where you can switch it. You can push 2.
Switch it and it raises.
And it goes up.
Nice.
Yeah, and it raises. You just got to make sure you don't have the overhead space, so you can stand up. And I like those. It's really
That's
fun.
nice.
My watch will tell you all the time. It tells me it's time to stand up, brother. You know.
That's good.
I'm fucking driving. Fuck you.
I
can't.
stand up.
I love this.
But will that not be an option to stand and drive?
Good point. Very good point.
You know?
I think it's very much needed. I think it. But okay, it is difficult to do. Where did I do this? Oh, it's the Segway. The driving one of those Segways. You stand up.
I did that. I busted my ass on
very difficult.
It's hard
because you're not thinking about it. You think if you sit, you're better seated and grounded, I guess. But there's something about leaning. Even those the scooter, the walkers, the hoverboards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is almost impossible. My daughter can. Hey, Dad, how you doing? Oh, back. Oh.
It's almost like your attempt to control it is your downfall.
Correct.
There's kind of you kind of have to let it do its thing.
Intuitive.
You have to be intuitive.
Yeah. It has to be. I want to go that way, so I'm thinking. You're thinking about normal way. I should put one foot here. No,
that's right.
Mike Tyson. I broke my back. That was hilarious when he fucking. Yeah, so in the Twitter sphere world, Alex Jones banned from Twitter now. He's done. He's done. He's totally.
Oh, he's totally banned.
He's totally banned. He's off Twitter. They got him on all platforms now. He was deplatformed, but now he's really fucking.
Well, now what's gonna happen is he's created his own stuff and he's gonna say even wilder shit. And he's gonna go nuts.
Well, yeah. Now you're gonna have to. You're gonna. But then it's almost preaching to the choir, right? Like if you can,
it will be, yeah.
You'll be silenced by your own website. You have your core group of people
that just keep regurgitating the same thing over and over and over again. And I think what a lot of people don't realize is that the thing about free speech, yes, it's your right to say whatever, but it also puts those people who have maybe stupid opinions, it puts them out.
Correct.
That they can be challenged.
Correct.
So you can challenge that opinion. So you can challenge what an Alex Jones says. You can challenge what somebody says if they say something silly.
Yeah.
The thing is you got to come back at it with something, intelligible. You can't just if he says something you can't just spit shit out.
Right.
You got to either prove it wrong or at least be willing to engage in it.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of it. I mean, having a voice is one thing, but having an opinion, what you do with it and where you stand on certain things. So again, this goes back to the Kaepernick situation and etc. It means that is his banter now just by itself, or does it prove? To me, it proves it. It proves that he's getting to him. It proves that he's affecting. That he's affected the mass.
He's done something right, exactly.
Right, and they've just displayed everything that he says. Which is. I'm sure he calls it. He calls it a victory.
Yeah.
Being kicked out of the club is definitely.
Well, he's gonna have his day in court.
Yeah.
Too, because I think a judge. as far as like his thing saying that the NFL colluded against him, the judge said, or an arbitrator said that there was enough evidence to proceed with a trial.
The NFL?
There was an arbitrator who looked at all the evidence that he had to say that the NFL colluded against him, and the arbitrator said, yeah, there's enough evidence here to file a lawsuit. So he can file a lawsuit for collusion.
Wait, so the NFL is the one that's responsible for this? Putting him, really getting him up?
No. Well, okay. Here's the thing. His contract was up. He was never re-signed. Speculation as to why he wasn't re-signed.
So we're not talking about Alex Jones. We're talking about Kaepernick.
Kaepernick, right.
Okay.
Right.
That's why I got lost.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I said the NFL is... We're talking about Alex Jones. How did...
Well, you reverted back to Kaepernick
protest.
and the protest.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead. Proceed.
No, so so he was saying he has evidence that they colluded against him, that they organized amongst each other as owners to say, hey, don't hire Colin Kaepernick. And so they presented it to an arbitrator, and the arbitrator said, yeah, there's enough evidence here to proceed.
I would think so.
So hey, he's gonna have his day in court, and it would be very interesting if the NFL loses that case. Yeah, it would be very interesting because now, you're kind of like chipping away. You're kind of like chipping away at the big mansion, so to speak. Everybody's leaving, so the servants are gone, and you got to fend for yourself, and Sherman's coming to burn shit, and ain't nobody here to take care of the house.
When is this happening?
I don't know. It's probably something that's going to take years.
Yeah. They'll never want to see this trial.
We'll find out about it like 6 years from now. So that happened. You gonna make it?
I have to.
Maybe you should get some lunch.
Yeah, I could do it. Yeah. That can work.
Maybe we should get you some lunch.
Yeah.
Maybe we should watch some Giants football.
Oh, the bars are going to be packed.
It will be packed.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah, that's what's going to... I think my
that's the negative part about this time of year.
Yeah.
Is that you just can't decide you're going to go, hey, let's go
to the pub here. You go to a bar and...
If you weren't there since like 10 o'clock in the morning, you didn't...
you didn't get your seat.
You got a spot.
Right. Can we get two...
That's right.
Brooklyn's?
See you in a half hour.
Yeah. Yeah, they're rolling around with roller skates on in these places. So, yeah, Giants is probably kicked off right now. It's always a fun time. I mean, Giants are playing with Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville had some shit going on, right? Didn't they have the shooting? That where the shooting took place? Or was that in a different town?
You're talking about the
video game shooting?
The video game one? I can't remember which thing it was.
Huh.
Everybody, you ever notice? Just looking at that thing that just popped up right there. Yeah. You ever notice all these commercials now, where all couples are pretty much interracial couples?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's just weird to see, and there's obviously nothing wrong with that, but it's clearly
an agenda.
Is
that Tommy Davis?
Yes, that's Tommy Davidson. He made that face. Doing cruise line commercials.
Oh, that's Harmony of the Seas. We won that boat. It's the biggest boat on in the world.
You see the programmed hug?
Yeah.
Like they all hugged at the same time.
I know. But, this is something I argued with somebody about. Now, what we're just watching is camera shooting back and forth, right?
Right.
So that means there's a camera on this side?
Yes.
And there's a camera on the other side?
Yes.
There's nothing normal about that.
And there's a full...
bunch of people around you.
Right.
So there's nothing normal about what you're seeing.
Right, exactly.
So the fact that we see, and whenever you see camera cuts from different perspectives, him looking this way, and then him and him, there's cut. It's all...
That's right. That's good. Hey, Tommy, can you do that again when you put your hand on the shoulder?
Yeah, but do it more,
Yeah, and try to just do it a little bit slowly and just hold on a little bit more. Yeah, we want to see more of your hand.
Rub his balls.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's go back. You ready? Right. Lights up? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that's what, people got to understand that, it's all staged.
It's probably NBC.
Oh, Channel 4?
Yeah, a lot of this shit is staged.
So staged.
I mean, well, yeah, it is. And that's the one you don't have.
That's the one I don't have. I just got to move the antenna, yeah. It's a real antenna. People forget that.
People forget the antenna, don't they?
Forget the digital antennas. They do work. Oh, that looks good, too. See?
They're better tacos. I mean, that looks good.
That looks good.
The
But
shit
when
you
you
get
get
from
it, when you get that, when you get it from
it's all
there,
like mashed up and
Yeah.
together.
and the guy serving you looks like he's ate way too many of them.
Yeah, he's eating
he's-
way too many of
he's
them.
done with them.
And the person in the back is pissed off because they got to work a double shift because this
Right.
motherfucker didn't show up for work.
Greasy motherfucker.
You know.
Yeah, man. So football season is excitingly back. Go Giants! I can't wait to see what they do. I'm not a huge football fan. Like,
Okay.
I like the cooking, the food,
The fanfare,
Right,
everything around
right.
it.
I like, most of my boys, we get together, we're drinking, talking shit. So I like it for that.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who's winning, what play happened.
Tell you what's
I
going
didn't
on.
do Nothing, none of it. These guys go nuts. Yo, you saw so and so did it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just.
How'd he do it?
Any more of that?
Right.
Any more?
Who brought the sauce?
That's right. Yeah, who brought the sauce? Any more? The Italian hero?
Right. Yeah. So, what else you got?
That's gonna be it. I'm on. Officially, I'm on paternity leave,
Nice.
so I'm gonna be home for a month.
Male paternity leave.
That's right. Well, paternity is paternal, so it's father.
Okay.
You can't say like male paternity leave.
Oh, paternal.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Paternal.
So maternal.
Maternal.
is woman.
Yes.
So this is a gender word.
Well, no. Paternal means the male line.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's gender specific.
Yes.
A woman
Yes.
can't be on paternal.
A woman cannot be on paternity leave, I guess.
What if she didn't
But
have
I guess
the
if
baby?
she, well, yeah, that's another question. Like
Uh-huh.
if it's a lesbian couple, would she be taking paternity leave?
Paternity.
That's all kinds of other shit that I don't want to think about.
Wow. Are we home? Are we?
Yes.
Oh wow. We're gonna tailgate. We're supposed to do Jets Giants tailgate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I never tailgated at
MetLife.
MetLife.
Fantastic.
No, never tailgated
Fantastic.
at MetLife. Tailgated at funny. It doesn't seem like it would be a good environment to do it, but we tailgated at Yankee Stadium, and it doesn't seem like a good environment to do it, but it was. It was great because everybody it's basically in the parking lot. It's a small parking lot,
Yeah.
but everybody has their little grills, and you do it before the game, and everybody has it. It's not like big, like because people like at MetLife, I'm sure like people that have some TV screens, and some people put grills out on the
I'm
thing.
shocked.
It's like a party.
I'm shocked.
And I
it's not
think
a-
you can. I think they might have stopped this, but I think you can just get parking passes for the
Correct.
game.
You don't have to go
You
to the
don't
game.
have to go to the
No
game
one
itself.
at tailgating is going to the game. It's $20.
Yeah.
You get in the parking lot. That's what they're going for. They're not going for the game.
Right.
Because they're watching the game outside.
Right.
Flat screens. We've seen guys with fucking 90-inch on the side of their fucking van, with a van that pulls up with bar stools and taps.
Woohoo!
I mean, guys go nuts in there. That is one of the things I go, huh. I didn't believe it until I saw it for myself.
I didn't realize they started making cars with that have actual outlets
Oh yeah.
in them. I never knew that. I thought everything like you had to do either through the cigarette lighter or maybe like an extension of the
inverter.
USB.
Yeah.
But some have actual outlets on the
yeah.
side.
Yeah.
And dudes were telling me, some of the dudes at work were telling me, yeah, I got a little grill. This dude told me he's got a crock pot. He puts it in the back, and then when he, like every once in a while, him and his family will go somewhere, and they'll like, and it'll be like a 6-7 hour trip. You know, like they go and like they go into DC or going somewhere down south, and he'll literally, his wife will make stuff in the crock pot. They'll plug in the crock pot, drive to where they're going,
that's dedication.
stop where they're going, and then have a stew. And have a stew. Go in the trunk and go in the trunk and make yourself a bowl of stew.
Oh man, that's amazing. Well,
Crooked ass Andrew Cuomo.
look at that, Andrew Cuomo. Think Larry Sharp has a chance?
I like Larry Sharp.
Does he have a chance?
Yes, I think he has a chance.
All right, that's
I like Larry Sharp though.
yeah. He's got some great ideas.
I like him.
He's got some fantastic ideas and approaches that do make a lot of sense. You know, anytime you hear somebody saying cut down the government, break it down, like you have too much.
Well, that means a lot of jobs. Like
Right.
a lot of people who
Right.
But
you can create more jobs by cutting those. Like
Yes,
everyone can't be
yes.
managers. Like everyone,
Right.
if everyone's a manager,
Right.
who's doing the fucking work?
right.
That's like my man from Bar Rescue.
John Taffer.
John
yeah.
Taffer. He's a manager. He's a manager,
and he's a
what
manager.
the hell? I'm here.
Who's
to help.
working?
Right. So that's kind of the way you cut it down,
Yeah.
man, by just really trimming the fat. But
No, I like Larry Sharpe. I want to listen to him more. I'd be curious to see what happens if he ever gets like on a platform with Cuomo and Miss Sex in the City and whatever this other guy is, this Republican guy. And I like how frank he is.
yeah, well,
Like he said, the Republican candidate. No, they just got somebody from downstate New York to fill a ticket because they realize they're not going to win.
right.
Like, oh, all right.
It's that easy, huh? They're doing that now? No, they've always been.
They've always been doing that.
That's been always been a thing.
He's always been doing it. I like what he calls Cuomo his Royal Highness.
Because he calls him a king.
He calls him a king.
Yeah. So it
King
is on
Cuomo.
5. It is on 5.
King Cuomo.
On Fox. All right, brother, we're going to get out of here. Two Bros Podcast, episode 37.
Start.
Yeah. It's football season, folks.
Sober up.